Alright, this is Andrew Jolly with Joda Home Inspections. We're here today, July 8th, 2020, doing a sewer scope. We're at 411 East 11th Ave in Salt Lake City. We've got the camera pushed out 120 feet, which looks like the nose-on connection going into the city line. You've got an offset right here. That's what you're seeing on the screen, this big lip, and I can't get my camera head over it. If I can't get my camera over it, there's a good chance that waste can also get caught on it, which could create a backup. We're going to pull it back, record it, and see what else I find. So this line's pretty rough. Another area of concern I have is this top part of the pipe. That looks like a hole. It's so jagged looking that it doesn't necessarily look like a clean out. It's possible, but to me it looks more like a missing piece of pipe. I would recommend having a drain specialist put their eyes on it and get their opinion. And then you could also get a quote for repair. But that doesn't look like a very good clean out because it's so jagged looking. This line looks like it's gravel cement. So if you look at the bottom of the pipe, how it looks like little pebbles. This line's kind of rough, which is kind of what happens over time with the gravel cement. It erodes and then it gets very rough and makes it easier for things to get caught. Waste, toilet paper, grease. I'm not one to recommend a liner on every line that I see, but I think this would be a good option for a liner at this point. This house was built in the 40s, and so this line's lasted a long time, but if you have a liner put in, it's going to be like a new pipe in this pipe. So far you have proper grade. That's one of the most important parts. That means that you don't have any standing water or any low flat spots, so that's great. You need to have a good sloped line to be able to put in a liner. That's a clean out right there, and so you can see how it's nice and smooth. It's uniform. It's not jagged looking. That's a normal looking access point. You can kind of compare that clean out to that hole that we saw right by the end of the line. When you have a hole, you might have to do a spot repair. They might have to dig that point up. And if it's right near the point where it's going into the city line, it's most likely in the street at that point. And so you're not digging up a lawn where you can easily just bury it. You have to dig up the street and then make a repair to the asphalt. And so it can cost more doing it that way. This looks like cast iron. Probably have a little bit of cast iron under the house. Cast iron will get very rough and rusty. Kind of like that gravel that can catch on things. This one's looking decent. And then I know you have some ABS, which is a black plastic pipe. It might have transitioned to ABS. Oh, right there. That's a transition to ABS. That other pipe, you could still see the rust. So that was probably still all cast. So, just to recap, you have a gravel cement line. I would recommend having that nose on looked at by a specialist and getting a price for repair. That's a point where, since you have that lip, solids can get caught on that. That's more likely to cause a backup. The gravel cement line's getting very rough at this point, and so you could also consider a liner. I think that'd be a good option. A liner is going to prevent, it's going to be a smooth line in the line, and so it's going to prevent things from getting caught on those rocks. So I'm going to end this recording now. Oh, actually, one last thing to put in the recap is that what looks like a hole right by the nose on. That doesn't look like a clean out to me. That looks like a hole in the line. And when you have a hole in the line, dirt and everything outside the pipe, roots can collapse into it. So I'm going to end this recording now.